A very good evening to you and a warm welcome to TV47 Weekend. I trust you're doing well this 9th day of May 2021. Many thanks for choosing TV47 Weekend to inform you. Happy Mother's Day to all mothers wherever you're watching us from. My name is Musa Salah. Let's now take a look at the top stories making headlines tonight.
Mshinga tutaelekeza wapi, tuelekeze maisha wapi tukiwa wakati wa Temoronya.
Tension is still high in Arabal area of Baringo County following cases of cattle rustling.
Ilianza tangu wafamia mkutane.
Residents are now fleeing an uncertainty over schools reopening tomorrow. Kenyans join the world in marking Mother's Day, but think of the pain of being childless for years.
People started insulting me, telling me I'm barren, I'll die like a dog without a kid.
We tell you of two women in two different worlds in search of motherhood.
Naniita mom na furahia, hata wameanza kutaja mom. Niko na furaha tele.
Also tonight, little activity ahead of schools reopening tomorrow. Welcome to the broadcast. Mini Mbesa is our sign language interpreter. TV47 Weekend begins right now. Residents of Baringo South are concerned that their children might not report back to school for third term, which starts tomorrow following a spate of banditry attacks. Many have fled from their homes and now camping at GSU camps, as Sharon Baranga now reports.
As learners across the country prepare for schools reopening for third term Monday, their counterparts in Baringo South are fleeing from their homes.
Sasa mmeama mara ngapi? Mara 4. Kwa kuama na kurudi. Kwa kuama na kurudi. Hata mimi nasani leo hata sitabui kama takwaji.
Schools that have been affected are Kapindasum, Arabal and Chemorongion.
Kama mimi mama wa familia, niko na watoto, niko na mbuzi 5, lakini sasa nimeshindwa nielekee wapi.
Hofu ilianza tangu wafamia mkutane kwa sababu watu walikuwa najua next ni Arabal. Kwa hivyo hofu bado iko mingi.
GSU camps have turned to be temporary homes for the residents, even as the area continues to record an increase in banditry attacks. For the last 1 month, cases of cattle rustling in Baringo have been part of news items.
We as people of Baringo County, we are wondering what to do. We are asking the government to tell us point blank if they have been totally defeated to stop this nonsense of cattle rustling.
Last week, Rift Valley Regional Commissioner George Natembea had a closed-door meeting with security agencies in an effort to find a lasting solution to the increasing banditry attacks in Baringo South. The operation in Tiati to flush out bandits has remained a challenge to security agencies who seem to be overwhelmed with the vastness and the rugged terrain of the region. Sharon Baranga, TV47.
Still on matters security, the Inspector General of Police Hilary Mutiambai has ordered a probe into sexual harassment claims and corruption allegations after a female police officer's video went viral. In the video, the police officer is accusing her seniors of mistreatment and corruption in the police service. Mwangi Maina reports.
Mimi naomba tu afadhali nipewe tu nafasi niende nitoke ni resign peacefully. Hata wamekataa kuni resign. Nimeandika several resignation letters attached to hospital letter. They hazifiki.
In a passionate yet bitter plea to President Uhuru Kenyatta to disband the Internal Affairs Unit of the National Police Service and to the Inspector General of Police Hilary Mutyambai to accept her resignation, a female police officer attached to the Traffic Department in Mombasa County has unearthed the plight of female officers in the National Police Service. The lady, who says she cannot stand the mistreatment, wants to leave the service voluntarily and engaged in other civilian duties.
Internal Affairs. Internal Affairs inafanya kazi gani sasa? I would like even to address my Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta. Aondoe tu kabisa hiyo ofisi ya Internal Affairs. Hakuna ofisi hapo. Hakuna my Excellency. Hakuna ofisi hapo. Tunateseka. Hiyo ofisi iko hapo but full of corruption. Corruption ndio iko nyingi na wanalipwa. Kwa nini wanalipwa? Unalipwa kasi na bado unafanya uwezi deal. Kwa nini wanalipwa mshahara na hawezi deal cases?
She accuses her bosses of mistreatment and laments over the Internal Affairs Unit over corruption and now wants the department disbanded by President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Kwa sababu ya hii shida. Afadhali mimi siwezi huwa mtu. Mimi natoka nje na huwa hata nimeanza naenda nje lakini nataka tu mnisaidie. Sasa Inspector General nisaidie tu nitoke kwa hii kazi ya polisi kwa sababu nimechoka na nikienda nje nitasafaform vizuri sana, nitafanya kitu yangu. Sitaki kazi ya polisi. Pesa zangu wacha wachukue. Mchukue hiyo pesa, Mungu atawauliza pesa zangu.
Taking to Twitter, the Inspector General of Police Hilary Mutyambai has responded by calling for an investigation into the matter and now wants a report handed to him within 7 working days from the Gender and Children Directorate. Mutyambai says, and I quote, "I have learnt of a video trending on social media where a female police officer is captured lamenting against unfair treatment and sexual harassment. The officer is attached to the Traffic Department in Mombasa County. She had complained against a merchant, hence subjected to an inquiry by DCI officers, resulting into a departmental action." End of quote. The Internal Affairs Unit within the National Police Service is mandated to receiving and investigating complaints against police, with other roles including promoting uniform standards of discipline and good order in the service, keeping a record of facts of any complaints or investigations filed, and where necessary, the unit may investigate and recommend appropriate action in respect of anyone found engaging in any unlawful conduct, as well as investigating misconduct and hear complainants from members of the service or members of the public. The traffic police officer claims she has written several resignation letters to the Inspector General of Police, but none has been responded to. Mwangi Maina, TV47, Nairobi.
Thank you, Mwangi Maina, for that report. Now, thousands of learners will resume classes tomorrow. The resumption comes amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Those in grade 4 will, however, not resume learning tomorrow, as directed by the Ministry of Education. Our Education Affairs reporter Andrin Kilemi did a spot check in different bookshops and uniform stalls and has filed the following report.
After a 7-month break, it is back to school once again. Thousands of learners will be resuming classes Monday for third term. A spot check in the city indicates a myriad of activities in preparations for resumption of classes.
Nanulea msichana wangu Kachuleta, anaitwa Dorothy Moeni, anaenda form 3 mwezi wa 7.
I'm buying back to school for my grandson who is going to PP1. With Corona, we have to be very careful on what you're doing.
And with the altered school calendar occasioned by COVID-19 pandemic, most buyers seem to have an easy time with their back-to-school shopping.
We are not buying many things, just a few things like the crayons, the cover, which I used to cover the books.
Booksellers, however, say their businesses have been recording low sales with handful of buyers.
Back to school at this time, si kama vile inakuwa hapo zamani, inakuwa watu wamejaa. Sasa kwa sababu ya COVID-19 watu wamekuwa kidogo.
We expected to have more customers today because it's on Sunday and we are expecting students to return to school tomorrow.
Tomorrow being on Monday, tunatarajia customer wengi Okay, tutaona venye kutakuwa.
According to the new school calendar announced by the Ministry of Education, learners in grade 4 will resume learning on the 26th of July 2021 when the new school calendar is set to kick off. The term will run all through to October 1st, allowing learners to break for just a week. Second term will start on the 11th of October and end on the 23rd of December. Third term will begin in January 2022 and end on the 4th of March 2022. KCP 2021 will begin on the 7th of March to 10th of March 2022, with KCSE scheduled to start a day later and end on April 1st, 2022.
Preparations for back to school are underway, with learners expected to resume learning tomorrow as the new school calendar is scheduled to start on the 26th of July 2021. Andrin Akilemi, TV47, Nairobi.
Well done, Andrin Kilemi, for that report. Now, on every second Sunday of the month of May, the world comes together to celebrate Mother's Day, a day where mothers and motherly bonds in the society are honored and appreciated. However, even though motherhood is believed to be a God-given gift, millions of women in the society struggle with acquiring the said gift willingly or unwillingly, as they constantly bow down to societal pressure. And as Zainab Mohammed now reports, this day that is viewed by many as a happy one sparks numerous emotions in mothers-to-be and mothers alike.
Lead to some crazy adaptations.
Lydia Wairimu is a talented Kikuyu singer and a businesswoman. This song, she tells me, is a special song dedicated to her mother. Today's celebrations being Mother's Day. But even as she celebrates and praises her mother on this special day, Mother's Day celebrations has a bittersweet taste as far as her individual life is concerned. Even though the 32-year-old is thankful to God for granting her mother the gift of life, she herself has been seeking motherhood for the past 13 years with no tangible success whatsoever.
My journey started when I got married in the year 2008. I stayed in that marriage for 4 years. Unfortunately, hatukubalikiwa na mtoto. But he had kids from another relationship. And first 2 years, I didn't think about having a kid. Like, I was just waiting, like, atakuja tu mtoto atakuja. But after 2 years, place yenye tulikuwa tunakaa, tulihama tukaenda kukaa place yenye sasa imekaribia familia yao. So those people started insulting me, telling me I'm barren, I'll die like a dog without a kid. That's when I realized, well, I need now to start seeking medical attention. So nikaanza kwenda hospitali, nikaambiwa niko na blocked fallopian tubes, and nikafanywa operation the year 2011. Bado sikupata mtoto. So by the year 2012, tukaona bado mtoto hakuji.
The situation not only breaking her spirit, but any hope of a long-term romantic relationship, as two of her significant commitments break off due to what she refers to as her God-given condition.
Remember one day, tulikuwa na yeye, nikamwambia nimeenda church. Kwenda church tu nilikuwa na ria. Nikamwambia now, for me, sitaweza kukuja home juu watu wananitusi sana. I just want to have my me time. Nikaenda, nikachukua room Nyeri town, nikalala crying. I think that time ilikuwa too much. Like, for how long will I wait for this baby? For how long will I endure the insults from the in-laws? So venye nilimwambia hivyo haku understand. So he called my dad na akamwambia nisirudi kwake tena. That's how my marriage ended. Nikakaa 3 years, nikaingia in another relationship with a pastor. 2016 akaenda kwetu akapeleka mahari. Tukaenda kwao tukajua wazazi wao. Then 2 months to our wedding, the guy just went mute. Hakuna place yenye ati tulikosana. He went mute.
Wairimu says mockery from the society and constant rejection from men who wooed her sent her right to depression. One time, she even contemplated ending her life.
That time, 2017, yenye sasa my ex-fiancé alisema hata niwa juu ya hiyo, I almost died, to be honest. Cause there is a time nilichukua gari. I drove all the way to Remuru. I remember it was raining. Nikasema, kwa nini nisigonge hii gari yenye iko mbele yangu? Nikufe. Juu nitarejectiwa na wanaume wangapi in the name of huyu mtu ni tasa. So I almost crashed. But God helped me, I didn't do it. Sikufanya accident. I found myself in a park place. I was crying.
Month after month and year after year, Wairimu says her life is not short of constant reminders of her childless situation. Mother's Day in particular hits pretty hard as a day she might never get to celebrate as a biological mother.
Kwa mwanamke kujua hana mtoto, kila mwezi when you get your menses, ndio unajua ya kwamba hauna mtoto. Every month ni kama kitu inakukumbusha haukupata mimba. The worst day in my life is Mother's Day, but all in all, it's also the beautiful day that I get to sing to my mom a song. You know, I wake up very early in the morning before she gets out of the bed, call her, sing for her a very beautiful song in Kikuyu, and I tell her, you know what, I'm very proud of you, Mom, that you brought me up, you know. And then I said her M-Pesa and she enjoys. But after that, now there is me. You know, there is that moment unajiambia, like if I had the kid at the right time when I started looking for a kid, angekuwa like 11 to 12 years, you see, because now this is my 13th year looking for a kid. So unajiambia, if I had a kid, maybe angekuwa naniambia kama venye nimeambia my mom, Happy Mother's Day.
However, according to her, this year might just be different as her and a group of women in similar situations are planning to go out and celebrate the day together as they encourage one another not to sink into depression due to the constant societal mockery of their situation.
I believe that this one is going to be different because I'm going to put smile to several women out there who are going through the similar situation. I'm going to take them out for lunch. You know, we treat ourselves and, you know, do our makeup, walk our head high.
Florence Gitobu is yet another woman who struggled with childlessness. She has endured it much longer than many. Her breakthrough coming in last year after over 2 decades of painfully searching for a baby. TV47 last year covered Florence and her husband John after they were blessed with their 3 miraculous babies 22 long years into their marriage. This year's Mother's Day being Florence's first year as a mother, she says it's a new dawn for her and her family as she joins billions of women across the globe in celebrating the beautiful gift that is motherhood.
Okay, nimekaa na watoto wa sister iniro, wa sister yangu, na wote walikuwa wananipenda. Ni wengine nawasomesa. Sasa siku ya Mother's Day ikifika, walikuwa wananifurahia na kuniambia Happy Mother's Day. Lakini ndani yangu ilikuwa najihisi bado sijatoseka na hiyo anasema Mother's Day. Naona hata kama ameniambia mimi najidanganya. Mimi siko furu kwa umama. Lakini hii najiishi niko sawa na ingojea nikijua ya kwamba niko na Emmanuel na Junior na Miracle wenye sasa wanasema ya kweli mom, wananiita mom na furahia, hata wameanza kutaja mom, niko na furaha tele.
With her 3 boys now walking, Florence says in hindsight she would not have it any different, and even though the past year has not been easy, she has no regrets.
Sijawahi regret hata siku moja. Mimi nimejiishi nikiwa mama, nimetoseka na nimesema liwe liwaro. Mimi nitasimama na boma yangu na watoto wangu. Hata kukua aje, sioni kama nimerigereti hata siku moja. Nafurahia Mungu.
The two women, even though far apart in their journeys, their Mother's Day message is the same. Where there is a will, indeed there is a way.
Wenye wako na hiyo hali ya kukosa watoto, njuzi mmoja si wawili. Tulikuwa wengi. Na wengine wamepata, wengine bado hawajapata. Mimi nitawaambia bado wasimame na Mungu. Waamini Mungu. Na waache kuangalia pande hii ama pande hii. Waache kusikiza majirani, waache kusikiza marafiki, waache kusikiza hata relatives. Wasimame na Mungu. Njoo siku yao moja itafika na watapata. Imagine watapata.
As long as they are alive, there is hope. You shouldn't give up. You shouldn't give up. Try always. And even if the doctor says it's not possible, I normally say in the word impossible, if you take one letter by one, it's I am possible. It is possible.
Mother's Day is the one day in the year where mothers are celebrated for their selfless role in their society. But not known to many is that this day sparks different emotions in different women, whereas Florence here is celebrating her first Mother's Day after 22 long years of waiting. For Wairimu, it is yet another painful reminder of her yet to be achieved long-awaited dreams. Zainab Mohammed, TV47, Nairobi.
The search for motherhood, quite a powerful story by our very own health reporter Zainab Mohammed. Do talk to us. 22047 is our SMS line. You can also find us on social media at TV47 Kenya on Facebook, as well as at TV47K on Twitter. The hashtag to use is TV47 Weekend, and also hashtag search for motherhood TV47. It's time to take a short commercial break, but we'll be back with more. Stay tuned. Coming up,
Raukia siku njema na tunukiwa offers kila siku. Pata offers zote mahali pamoja ili uongeze zaidi, utume SMS zaidi na ubrowse zaidi.
Wewe usijali. Tuma namba ya kila supplier kwa hiyo soko. Nitajuble nitaongea na kila mmoja wao.
Very good. Piga *444 hash utunukiwe Credo double.
Raukia siku njema na tunukiwa offers kila siku.
As the country gears up for possible BBI referendum and 2022 general elections.
As the salvos enter too familiar territory,
William Ruto will serve his 5 years term as the deputy president.
Pundits Night is here to give you powerful, thought-provoking political commentaries.
The mountain can produce a country.
They give Moses Kuria a chance to respond. Let me ask you this. Are you not taking advantage of first my situation?
You talk about the people with the ultimate power.
Kikuyus will vote for somebody from outside their community to be the next president of this country.
We talk to the newsmakers, the opinion shapers, and the pundits.
Fair enough. I believe
that part so that I don't
as we dissect everything you need to know to make an informed decision.
Well, make sure to join us on a Morning Cafe, where we have comprehensive political debates, newspaper review, in-depth analysis on matters of business, alongside KCK, lifestyle talks that will involve matters health, fitness, and not forgetting nutrition. And to cream it all on Friday, that is on Feel Good Friday, where we allow you to interact with the entertainment gurus as we close the week. With me, Linda Alela.
Welcome back. You are watching TV47 Weekend, and still on Mother's Day and maternal health care as we celebrate the symbolic journey of motherhood. Women around the world have taken the stand to improve their livelihood. Women who gave birth on Mother's Day Eve at Webuye District Hospital in Bungoma County had an orthodox way fit after fellow women visited them bearing gifts for their babies. They say that women are important in the society, urging families to embrace antenatal clinics for pregnant women.
Tumefurahi sana siku ya leo kwa sababu tumepata wageni wametuletea zawadi. Tumeshukuru sana kama wamama, tuna furaha. Kama wamama siku ya leo tuko na furaha sana, ametupea nguvu. Tulikuwa wanyonge, wengine tulikuwa na diapers, at least sahi tumepata diaper ya watoto. Tumepata sabuni. Hata tukitoka hapa tutakuwa strong, tukijua ya kwamba tuko na mtu ambaye anatujali sisi kama wamama.
Today I'm a very happy woman because we are celebrating a Women's Day. Motherhood is not an easy journey. 9 months of preparing to see your baby is not a short journey. So sisi kama marafiki wa mama ambao wamezaa siku ya leo, tumeamua kujumuika hapa Webuye County Referral Hospital ili kuwazawadi kwa ile bidii ambayo.
Now, with the BBI bill just passed the National Assembly and up for decision in the Senate on Tuesday, a replica of Thursday's messy and noisy debate is no doubt expected in the Senate. Traitors and sellouts, they call them, as a section of Tanga MPs said yes to pass the bill. And the interest of representation is all some of them needed to ditch their long-time friends. But with the Mount Kenya region leaders courting Deputy President William Ruto for top positions, including the positions of Deputy President and Prime Minister in a possible Ruto government in 2022. If the BBI bill passes, Tanga naysayers may just be shooting themselves in the foot. When Deputy President William Ruto met a section of Mount Kenya leaders, including economists and 18 MPs from 11 Mount Kenya counties at the Masai Mara Game Reserve in Narok County on Sunday last week, ahead of Thursday's BBI vote in the National Assembly, the plan was to negotiate the region's support for the Deputy President in the 2022 general election. Having largely opposed the amendment to the Constitution, DP Ruto's meeting with his allies ahead of the vote was largely interpreted as closing the ranks before the vote the following week.
Honour members.
But some of Ruto's allies could not resist the BBI goodies on the floor of the House on Thursday.
I vote yes.
A record of over 7 Tanga MPs, including Mara Member of Parliament Kareke Mbiuki, nominated MP David Ole Sankok, Owen Baya of Kilifi North, Joash Nyamoko of North Mugirango, Ainab Koi's William Chepkut, his Njoro counterpart Charity Kathambi, Gishugu's Gishimu Githinji, recently elected Msambweni MP Faisal Bader, and Chepalungu's Gideon Koskei voted to pass the bill.
I say a big no. No to deception, no to conmanship. And to those of you making noise, there is nothing you can do to me. Cowards, traitors, sellouts.
Although some have chosen to defend their decision to support the bill, DP Ruto says it was their democratic right. The second in command says when the people's turn comes, they too will vote and the country will march on. He further says everyone's decision should be respected and accept the democratic outcome. Ruto has on many occasions been seen as an opposer of the BBI bill.
Lazima uangalie, where are we going? For example, as Ngojiri, if I could have said no, and Central, they won't sit from Central. Wamefinywa miaka yote, hawajapata equal shares ya presidential of the parliament. Saa hii wanapata. Mimi nirudi nipinge hiyo. Nitarudi niende huko nikaombea DP kula namna gani? We must be wise.
Although Ngunjiri and his pro-BBI Tanga allies claim their support for DP Ruto is still intact, when it comes to interest, the mountain crumbles to cover those it represents.
Among those people who voted yes, there is quite a substantial number of members who are with us. And they asked to vote the way they want. One, with their conscience. Number two, with the political realities on the ground. The support for Dr. Ruto is solid. It's as solid as it has ever been, and it will even get more solid.
Some of the people who are perceived, to be die-hard supporters of Ruto, they broke ranks, and the reason that now they are giving, those excuses some are giving that, this was not a question of a confidence in government, it was not a question of dissenting from DP. That was a clear message that the DP has lost ground, the ground that he has always been talking about, and especially in Mount Kenya.
As Ruto's camp nursed injuries from the first round of the BBI battle, the proponents of the bill celebrated their might in the mighty game of numbers. But Mathira Member of Parliament Rigathi Gachagua has invited the DP's opponents to table an impeachment motion against Ruto to measure their numbers in Parliament.
And it should set a sign to those who have been sabotaging the work of His Excellency the President, that a time might come that we can invoke those numbers. They have always been telling us that they have the numbers. They have been doing meetings in Karen, superimposing numbers. When they are even less than 20, they say that they are 100. When they are like 50, they say they are like 160. We want to tell them that the truth has come out, that they don't have the numbers.
Let them hold their horses, but if they feel confident enough, we know they have been trying to impeach Dr. Ruto for a long time, and they fear because of raising the numbers that are required, the 2/3 majority. If this voting last Thursday has given them confidence to bring impeachment proceedings against the Deputy President, there's nothing stopping them. They don't have to have false bravado in press conferences. All they need to do is get a third and bring the proposal and bring it to the floor of the House. We debate it and we pass it either way.
Just a few hours after more than 225 members of Parliament passed the bill, over 50 Mount Kenya leaders retreated to Nakuru Senator Susan Kihika's home in Karen to allegedly develop an alternative economic model. Sources reveal that apart from the new economic strategy, the MPs are bidding for top positions in the would-be Ruto government in 2022, including the Deputy President position. The Mount Kenya region is also eyeing the position of Prime Minister if the BBI passes in the planned plebiscite. Notably missing in action at the meeting were those who supported the bill in what seems like sidelining the alleged Tanga traitors. However, as the Senate proceeds to decide on the bill on Tuesday before it is presented for public vote, a similar change of tune is expected among senators allied to Ruto as they weigh and defend evolution in the BBI bill.
Senate represents the counties and the interests of the counties. The county assemblies have already made a decision on behalf of the counties. So Senate can only reinforce those interests, or be seen that they are not taking care of the interests of the counties. So I expect them to vote without amendment.
Well, it's time to take another short commercial break, but we'll be back with more. Stay tuned.
Raukia siku njema na tunukiwa offers kila siku. Pata offers zote mahali pamoja ili uongee zaidi, utume SMS zaidi na ubrowse zaidi.
Wewe usijali. Tuma namba ya kila supplier kwa hiyo soko. Gotv nitaongea na kila mmoja wao.
Very good. Piga *444 hash utunukiwe credo double.
Raukia siku njema na tunukiwa offers kila siku.
As the country gears up for possible BBI referendum and 2022 general elections,
As the salvos enter too familiar territory,
William Ruto will serve his 5 years term as the deputy president.
Pundits Night is here to give you powerful, thought-provoking political commentaries.
The mountain can produce a country.
they give Moses Kuria a chance to respond. Let me ask you this. Are you not taking advantage of first my situation?
You talk about the people with the ultimate power.
Kikuyus will vote for somebody from outside their community to be the next president of this country.
We talk to the newsmakers, the opinion shapers, and the pundits.
Fair enough. I believe
that part so that I don't lose.
As we dissect everything you need to know to make an informed decision.
Well, make sure to join us on a Morning Cafe, where we have comprehensive political debates, newspaper review, in-depth analysis on matters of business, alongside KCK, lifestyle talks that will involve matters health, fitness, and not forgetting nutrition. And to cream it all on Friday, that is on Feel Good Friday, where we allow you to interact with the entertainment gurus as we close the week. With me, Linda Alela.
Wanasema wasemao kwamba mwenye chungu mekoni haachi kuriaria. Kipindi cha tasnia ya elimu kinavuka milima na mabonde kuwafikia wadau katika shule za msingi.
Sitarudi nilikotoka, ni mbele natazamia.
Upili na hata vyuoni.
Jina langu ni Daniel Maina. Kifungua mimba ni mtoto wa
Welcome back. You are watching TV47 Weekend. Now, a group of women who used to brew and sell illicit brew in Sangano, Kebulonic ward of Nandi County have changed their name to Kebulonic Reformed Women Group after they dropped the bottle business and turned to farming projects. Lekishon Laban traveled to their Kapkorio village in Nandi and filed the following report.
Welcome to Kapkorio village in Keblonik, Sangalo Ward, Mosop constituency of Nandi County, home to Keblonik Women Group, a group of over 25 women who have started a new journey in life after years of brewing and selling of illicit brew. Despite the poor state of roads here, we arrive at the home of one of the group members where they are having a store after they witnessed a bumper harvest of Irish potatoes recently. On this day, they invite us to this store. This is not your ordinary store. They have turned it into a performing theater and where they perform plays in memory of their former life. A life that they used to have, making of what is commonly known as changa, selling and drinking. Many of them have perfected acting. They show us how they used to brew. They then take us through the drama of a cat and mouse between them and the law enforcement officers as Mama Clara Kogo, one of the village-based law enforcers, acts how she practically used to arrest them. Their journey to reform then kicks off from a visit by one preacher. Then, the community-driven development officers of Nandi County. Their singing symbolizing a change they have accepted, and this becomes their first step in quitting alcoholism. From the stores, we head to their farms. Their farming projects are supported by the Nandi's Community-Driven Development Committee, CDDC, and the National Agricultural Rural Inclusive Growth, NAGRIP. There are more than 20 such groups. Before they ventured into farming, their greatest fear was how to manage life after quitting the alcohol business. But they say they are now managing through such projects.
Kaamua tu niwache hii pombe sababu niliwahi hata kuumia mguu yangu wakati nilikuwa nakimbilia askari wananifuata. Hasa ndio nikaamua kuacha.
Wenzetu wengine akaniambia sungewaje hii vitu, sasa nikaambia nikiwacha nitalisia nini watoto. Hasa nikaamua nitengeneza paka juice nikawaja. Sikupata baita sana, lakini tangu niwache nimepata kitoko.
Clara Kogo now enjoys working with these groups after years of running after some of the members to arrest them.
Lakini tumekimbiza hawa paka siku nyingine Lerita mwingine akaingia akasema tukutanishe hawa mama, hebu tuende tuwasungumzie. Nikamwambia Lerita, achambu wewe uende, kwa sababu nikienda watakimbia, wanafikiria nimekuja kushika hawa.
These transformed women works with their husbands such as Stephen Kogo.
Lakini siku ile singine naenda kwa tembu,
nachukua vitu kwa nyumba.
Hata nachukua vitu kwa nyumba, navika watoto. Lakini siku hizi tumbo tumekuja kidogo tu.
Village leaders here believes that the transformation has had a positive impact on the society.
Hawa hii group waweze kupewa nafasi ya kutembea, kuangalia nchi zingine Kenya hii, watembee waone Wakenya wengine vile wanafanya, alafu wakuja fanya hiyo kazi, kwa sababu kuna wengine hawajatoka 1 kilomita.
Kwa serikali yetu ya Nandi, serikali kuu akiongozwa na rais wetu Mwikae Kenyatta, mali popote ambao mnanisikiza, if you can listen me, please assist such people. Wasaidie watu kama hao ambao walikuwa wanatengeneza pombe, wengine walikuwa wanakunywa pombe, ili eneo letu ama nchi yetu ya Kenya iweze kunawiri.
The project seeks to support small-scale farmers to boost production and encourage farmers to venture into agribusiness. Lekishon Laban, TV47.
Thank you, Lekishon Laban, for that report. Now, traders in Lodwar Market are counting losses following heavy rains witnessed in the area last evening. Kitio Mika reports from Lodwar.
The filled sewage mud caused by heavy rains last evening.
Hii soko ni chafu, matope ni mengi, hakuna vile tunaweza uza. Haswa kama leo maji imejaa kwa mavibanda yetu, vitu imeharibika na maji.
Penye tuko is better than penye tulikuwa. Juu maji imeingia inatuharibia vitu zetu, but leadership hawana kitu wanafanya. Hata we can't say we have a leader here because tukipata shida hatusikii kitu kutoka kwa mtu yeyote.
However, the chairman of the market, Peter Areman, says they have often submitted their grievances to the county governor, Joseph Nanok, but no action has been taken to rehabilitate the market.
Sisi tumekuwa kwa kila ofisi na tumewaambia habari ya soko. Saa hii ukiingia ndani ya soko mambo imeharibika. Tumejaribu kuomba hata wa mambo ya mchanga peke yake wamwagia watu, na mara imekuwa ngumu.
Ile soko ambayo ni main ambayo inatakana tuingie nayo ndani ya soko wamekataa kutufungulia. Hata magari zetu za mzigo ambayo inatuletea mzigo tumeshindwa inapitia wapi.
The traders are now requesting the relevant ministry to relocate them to continue with the business.
Tunataka wamwage maji, wamwage kokoto, maram waite watandaze, watu waingie ndani.
Gavana na hii ofisi ya trade watufungulie soko mpya tuingie.
They have threatened to protest if the Turkana